Hello everyone, today we're going to look at Lion Electric. This is an electric bus and truck maker, and there's a lot to be excited about. They're merging with Northern Genesis Corporation, and there's a lot to talk about. But first I want to show you this video because there's a lot to be excited about, but of course we want to know what it does, and this company explains it so well. I'm just going to let the company explain it. So let's play a video for you, right?
Welcome to Lion Electric. Lion Electric is an innovative manufacturer of zero-emission vehicles. We create, design, and manufacture all-electric Class 5 to Class 8 commercial urban trucks and all-electric buses and minibuses for the school, paratransit, and mass transit segments. Lion is a North American leader in electric transportation and designs, and we build and assemble all of our vehicles' components, including chassis, battery packs, truck cabins, and bus bodies.
Alright, so hopefully you got that what it's all about. It is about a company making electric buses and trucks. It's based in Canada, and it wants to merge with a company called Northern Genesis Acquisition Corporation, and you can actually buy shares in this company under ticker symbol NGA. And yeah, like there's a lot to be excited about this company. We can look at the figures around its valuation. So you can see this article here, nice truck that they've created, and it has all that nice Amazon logo on it, and branding and all the whatnot. So you know, this is a company that looks exciting. It is exciting. Kind of reminds me of a rival group. If you don't know much about it, that's a company that's currently being valued around a $6 or $7 billion mark, whereas this company is being valued at 1.9 billion, based on the acquisition pricing it started off with. Of course, it's kind of increased now. So this company is they're going to raise 200 million, and that's on top of the 320 that the current company already has. And that's going to give them a 1.9 billion valuation and a net spend of 500 million. So this company will have enough cash. It has an existing facility it can start producing in, but of course it wants to acquire a larger facility. So there's a lot to be excited about this company, because I think if you're able to sign Amazon up, I think you're doing a really good, you're presenting yourself well. You're showing this large corporation that you can perform and your product is good, or else a company like Amazon, who is very much signed up with Rivian and have invested in Rivian, in order for them to just come to another company like this and go, we're interested in your product. Of course, this is a Canadian company, so Amazon is purely interested in this company buying their electric trucks to be used in Canada. And Rivian is very much for the US market, so I guess it's kind of beneficial for them being based in Canada. We can look at the shareholder presentation. I think there's quite a few things to be excited about. So they have a mission statement to be the leader in design, manufacturing, and distribution of all electric, medium, and heavy duty urban vehicles. So that's a really big aim for them. They want to produce 20,000 vehicles by 2024, reduce their costs by 50%. As we know, with electric cars, the biggest expense is the battery. So if you're able to produce cheaper batteries as you go on, then yeah, like basically that 50% reduction in pricing is very realistic. If you've seen Tesla's Battery Day presentation, you will see how electric cars can actually be reduced in pricing by finding a lot of small efficiencies and adding them together, and in those savings are fantastic. They want to achieve an annual revenue of $3.5 billion by 2024, and that's an ambitious goal, but of course I think they can achieve it. Like, to be fair, if something like a rival group thought they could do like a 14 billion value in like 5 or 6 years, then yeah, I think it's very much possible that this company can go 3.5 billion in 4 years or something like that. So yeah, we can look at the highlights. I think this is a very well made presentation. You can always go to the company website and look this up. Like, it's worth reading. There's a lot of details in there, so we're probably not going to go through all of the details, but we'll go through some of the highlights. yeah, so as they say, we're an established EV company with real vehicles and proven technology on the road today, which is always very exciting. And I like a company with a proven product rather than a company with a hypothetical product and it just sells you on its dreams and ideas. The fact that they're producing today means that they can continue to scale and they've got a leg up on every other company that isn't producing right now. So currently they have 300 plus vehicles on the road today with 6 million miles, well, over 6 million miles driven. So yeah, it kind of tells you that this is a company that means business, right? They have 7 purpose-built electric trucks and buses, and yeah, that's available today. Like, that's the amazing thing. These products are available today. They've got a manufacturing facility near Quebec capable of producing 2,500 vehicles per year. And I think that's also a very, very exciting part about this company, that it's got a facility, it can start producing 2,500 vehicles. It is looking for a factory as well, so in another 2-3 years they can actually scale production in a much larger way once they build an even larger factory. So they've got a multi-year purchase agreement for the purchase of up to 2,500 of their Lion 6 and Lion 8 trucks at consumers' discretion, executed in June 2020. So already, this company's already got like a year's production already tied up. And then, as they say here, visibility on up to 6,000 potential vehicle sales. And, if they can only produce 2,500, that's going to tie them up for at least 2-3 years. And that's the beauty about this company here, that everything they make is going to be sold. And I think very much so the market really likes electric vehicles. It's just not available on the market today because a lot of them are still heading into production. And the really exciting thing about this company is it's able to start producing today. And it sees a big opportunity in the trucking area, 4,000 trucks and 2,000 buses, that potential 6,000 vehicle order. And that's including the 300 plus purchase orders in hand and a growing sales pipeline. So they've got some orders and expect a lot to be coming in once they get productions going. So they also have a Lion's truck TCO is favorable to diesel today, with a clear path to best in class TCO across entire product lines, 50% overall vehicle cost reduction expected by 2024. And then they've got all these nice partners, big name partners. If we look at their strategic partners, Northern Genesis, who they're merging to become a public company with, and they've got a cornerstone investor in Power Corporation of Canada. It's always nice when a company has a cornerstone shareholder, because that cornerstone shareholder keeps them on track and also helps with the funding if anything goes wrong. And they've selected industry partners. So they've got, is it Dana, or is a key supplier for traditional and electrified componentry, BMW for long-term battery supply agreement, LG Chem for long-term battery supply agreement, Con Edison is a VG pilot program in New York, and ABB. If you've noticed, a lot of like charging companies are doing well. This is also one of the big ones as well. They'll be providing charging infrastructure. And as we come to this part, this is probably the more exciting part, where their key customers one is Amazon. They're wanting to purchase 10 electric trucks for the quarter 2020, and since we're basically in the last month of quarter 4, this is probably the most exciting month going forward. Also, Canadian National is also purchasing 50 electric trucks. And then you've got Transdev, which is purchasing 30 electric trucks, and Waste Connection is also a lead customer, since this company is also producing a waste truck. We'll go into the timeline, and then this explains a lot. So this company was founded in 2008, and they've made so much progress. They've developed a bus. They've done their own battery pack system. They've done their own chassis system. And then they released their first Lion bus around this 2015, 2016 when they first began development quite a few years ago. And then they unveiled a Lion 8 all-electric truck in 2019. And then they unveiled a waste collection truck as well. So I like the ideas behind this company. They're very practical, especially with a waste collection truck. I don't think there's many companies aiming towards this category. So I think they're aiming towards categories which are essential. And also the trucking area is probably one of the more difficult parts, because a lot of companies are trying to produce trucks, but they're not producing enough batteries. So even though there might be a lot of truck manufacturers, there is not a lot of production going on, and that's because they're not able to scale enough in batteries. So everyone can start producing trucks, and there's just going to be more demand exceeding the current supply that can actually come onto the market for the next couple of years. So that's really exciting. They're in the biggest demand areas possible, and I think this company is going to do very well going forward. As we can kind of see, these are the current vehicles they operate and supply, and it's very cool because they're actually real. They're actually on the roads. Customers can see them, and they can actually start delivering today. So as they say, manufacturing vehicles today and supporting growth tomorrow. And they've got a factory's annual capacity of 2,500 vehicles. They hire over 400 people, and that's really cool. So they also have facilities in the US, customer experience centers and research and development facilities. So you can kind of see there's quite a few located around the area. This is their whole lineup. They've got the Lion 6, which is a Class 6 truck, Lion 8, which is Class 8, and then they've also got the refrigeration for the Class 8 as well. So it's nice to see they've got different variations, especially if they want to sell to a big company, and at which the big company might do transport products for frozen goods as well. So they've got the whole lineup to sell to a big, transportation company. And also they've got the waste collection truck. And just in case you didn't really know much about trucks, they come in Class 1 to Class 8, and each different class represents a weight limit. Class 8 is the one that takes the most weight, and that can carry over 33,000 pounds, or around that 15,000 kg mark. And then obviously Class 6 is going to be less than a Class 8. Carries around 19,500 to 26,000 pounds, or 8,800 to 11,700 kgs. So you kind of get an idea that basically what these classes mean is basically the weight that these trucks can carry. So Class 6 is a lot smaller than a Class 8, and a Class 8 is bigger and it can carry more. Hence why they're focused on the Class 8 trucks, so these three models, and the Class 6 is available just in case, some companies just don't need that big of a truck all the time, and there's flexibility with that. And they also have a Lion M, Lion A, Lion C, and two are school buses. One is a shuttle bus. So in terms of public transport, they've also covered that. And you can kind of see with purchases by top customers, Amazon is right there. See Canadian National, and you can see a lot of other kind of companies, but the main ones will be Amazon, CN, and Waste Connection, as we saw above. And then also there's a lot of public kind of schools as well, schools and airports, and a lot of cases, a lot of places that would probably be using school buses, as you would expect. So education facilities, and also an airport, so the shuttle bus would come in handy. So that's really cool that this company is really advancing their lineup. As you can kind of see, they have 7 products available today. They have more unveilings as they go, so they're gotten more trucks in terms of different attachments, in terms of utility, bucket, tractor, And then there's Lion D, which is probably seems like a larger bus. And also they've got an ambulance on the way as well. So talk about a company with so many different products. And when it comes to competitors, like originally I did think about BYD as probably the bigger competitors. That company is massive when it comes to these things. And they do have other competitors when it comes to trucks, Volvo being the bigger name. That's already in the trucking industry. You've got Tesla, which will be a big competitor, though I don't think Tesla is producing enough that it's going to be too competitive for them. I think Tesla will produce enough for the US market itself, and it'll take many years for them to really push out from there. And the same with Arrival. Arrival is very based in the European market, and it's probably going to spend a little while supplying the European market before it starts hitting the US market. And I don't think the Canadian market's going to be as the first choice for them. They're going to produce to the European market and then slowly make their way to the US market. And Nikola, we don't even know whenever they are going to produce, so I wouldn't worry about them. Rivian, I guess they're also probably the nearest competitor, but again, their supply is probably all to Amazon currently. So no one's really producing enough for the whole market in terms of demand. So I think everyone's going to do well. And then we've got Helion also coming on very soon in 2022, which will be another while away. Whereas this company has so many products already in the lineup, they just have to get the facilities going. And I think this company is, $2.5 billion valuation, and all these trucks to sell at, today, and in next year, and in 2 years' time. So I don't even know any other company producing electric ambulances. So talk about a company that's being so practical with their approach that I think they're going to succeed in such a big way. Remember, this market is a large market. I don't think, even if there's competitors, I don't think anyone's going to be the most dominant one entirely. At least not for several years, because the demand is so big, and no company can scale fast enough in that sense. So I think this company has many years to kind of really gain market share. I think they have a lot of confidence in order to put out a $3.5 billion revenue target in 4 years. I think they believe in what they have, and they believe in their brand. Their customers believe in their brand, or else I don't think they would manage to get Amazon. So yeah, I think it's a good company. They've got, as it's put, there's a large addressable market, 335,000 trucks a year, which makes it 100 billion in terms of an addressable market. In terms of school buses, there's 45,000 school buses sold annually. That's a $10 billion market. And it's calculating this based on the US and the Canadian market combined. So yeah, let me know what your thoughts are on this company. For me, it definitely sounds exciting because of the lower valuation. It's in production today, and it's got, it's already got purchase orders. It's already proven itself, to be fair, because it's got 300 trucks trucks and buses already made. They were producing buses quite a few years ago, so I guess that kind of already tells you how good this company is, that they have already got products on the market, and all they do is have to continue to build on top of what they have. And I think, the whole industry, the whole market is starting to embrace electric vehicles. The government wants people to embrace them as well, so there'll be more pressure towards that as well. And I think, this company is right in the center of it. It's doing all the right things, and I love companies that are already executing. It makes investing in it so much easier, especially when you can start measuring the units that are produced rather than just waiting and hoping that the company actually gets into production one day. So if you have any questions or any comments, do post below. Until then, good luck investing, everyone.